What are your strengths?
Upper body. I own my own scrubs.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most hilarious personas on sitcoms who deserve way more attention. We'll be excluding animated characters like Gene Belcher from Bob's Burgers since they should have a list of their own.
This is my buddy Winston. I don't know what he's doing with his mouth. That's not his normal smile.
Number 10. Jeffrey Butler, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Sarcastic is not a strong enough word to describe Jeffrey, or G to his friends.
You have the right house. I am Jeffrey, your uncle's butler.
Oh, okay, well, cheerio and all that.
Working for a chaotic rich family in California definitely requires a certain professionalism. Yet Jeffrey never lets their wealth stop him from being brutally honest.
I'm glad to see you, man. It is a special thrill for me as well.
From his blunt commentary to his dramatic flair, fans can't help but love him, even if he's not the most appreciated character. We could all probably benefit from being a little more direct.
You know, it's true what they say. TV really does add 10 pounds.
What would account for the other 250?
Although his remarks may come across as harsh at times, his love for the Banks family is clear. Given everything he does for the household, this hard worker deserves more than just a raise.
What do you want me to do? I've got Jeffrey out scouring the city.
I'm terribly sorry, sir. I've looked everywhere. There isn't an ice cream sandwich left in this town.
Number 9. Stanley Roper, Three's Company.
Tripper, Jack Tripper. I'm moving in
No,
here.
the one I saw was completely... Oh, no, you're not.
I'm not.
Are you crazy? Moving in with two girls, not in my building,
wait a minute.
you know?
A super strict landlord is the last thing a tenant wants when they take over a new lease, especially when they're technically not supposed to be living there.
You don't quiet down in here, you're going out on your ears. Oh, that's very good. You write a lot of poetry?
Mr. Roper may care a smidge too much about the personal lives of his residents, but at the end of the day, it's mostly in good faith.
I put up shelves.
I'm sure you do.
If Helen had her way, I'd be putting up a shelf every night.
The apartment building simply wouldn't be the same without his old-school beliefs adding a unique element to the group dynamic. It's hard for any character to compete with John Ritter's comedic chops, but we think Norman Fell did a brilliant job with Mr. Roper.
You kids aren't fooling me for a minute.
No, Mr. Roper, I was just about to call. In fact, look, if you hurry downstairs, you'll be just in time to answer your phone.
Number 8. Shirley Bennett, Community.
You got me, Gooby. I'm a bad mother. I let my kids be kids instead of acting like a jail warden.
Only a tough cookie could raise a family while pursuing a higher education, especially among a study group of eclectic students. She may be a kindred spirit to those around her, but do not be fooled. Anyone who dares to cross Shirley or her loved ones will feel her rage.
But I think she needs to decide whether she wants to be considered a child or an adult, because children get pity, but not respect, and adults, they get respect, but they also get the back of their head grabbed and their face pushed through jukeboxes.
We adore how she always stands up for what she believes in, and her drive to get her business off the ground inspires fellow entrepreneurs all around. We could all take some notes on how this studious star manages her work-life balance.
Don't have to do this.
I know, but I'd rather be kind and get stepped on every once in a while than be a hard ass and turn my back on a friend.
Number 7. Sue Heck, The Middle. It may be hard to stand out as the middle child of a family, but we sure as heck notice this ray of sunshine. If positivity and hope had a child, it would be known as Sue.
I bet no one at home has a postcard from the world's largest stump.
Why do you think that is, Sue?
While Axel is always causing trouble and Brick is overachieving left, right, and center, this sometimes means that there isn't a lot of room for recognition for Sue.
I was thinking magenta for a dress if you want to coordinate. I'm just a frosh and I'm going to prom.
But as we saw during her graduation, the impact she has on others is felt far and wide, even if she doesn't always see it. There's so much light in her that she's just impossible to dim. Awkward, sunny, and oh so unique, Sue never fails to make others and us smile.
The gym looks so magical. Everyone looks so magical. It's a magical night.
Number 6. Winston Bishop, New Girl.
Milady.
I dub you Sir Winston of the role of A.
Living with 3 strangers after a difficult breakup may not seem ideal, but lucky for this new tenant, there's Prank Sinatra to save the day.
I'm the best with the pranks, man. They call me Prank Sinatra.
No, you call you Prank Sinatra.
While the other roommates may not take him too seriously, he always steals the show with his amusing behavior. Whether it's his obsession with his cat or his epic one-liners, it's easy to see how he immediately became a fan favorite.
Just say something to her.
Yeah, just say something to her. Shawty, what that thing do?
No.
What was that?
His inability to properly perform pranks aside, Winnie the Bish has a heart of gold and always loves deeply. Despite the circumstances, he makes even the most mundane moments exciting.
You seen this? I ain't got no sense of fashion. You weren't gonna tell me?
I did, many times.
Number 5. Jessica Huang, fresh off the boat. Moving from Chinatown of Washington, D.C. to Florida in the 1990s definitely comes with its challenges.
It's not doing well, and so I am worried about money and the look at my hair. My hair is terrible.
But as the mother of 3 boys, Jessica will stop at nothing to ensure that her family is set up for success, despite any protests, circumstances, or even social norms. We admire how dedicated she is to being the best of the best and never settling for less than what she wants.
Allison, I have so many questions for you. Where do you live? Where is your family from?
She also never compromises her beliefs and morals, which is super admirable. Although she can sometimes go too far with her relentless passion, she always means well at the end of the day. And we know her family appreciates everything she does.
I suppose you don't have to date someone who is Chinese. She just has to act Chinese. And yeah.
Number 4. Phyllis Vance, The Office. Being a quiet employee among the over-the-top characters at everyone's favorite paper sales company means sometimes being a little invisible.
Hi, are there any local companies that rent anti-gravity machines?
Anti-gravity machines?
That's right, yeah.
What do they do exactly?
They make you feel lighter.
Yet, as her confidence grows with time, Phyllis eventually makes a name for herself through the duality of her personality.
I wonder what people like about me. Probably my jugs.
One moment she'll handle Michael's weird comments calmly, and the next she'll deliver her own not-so-nice comment to a coworker. We're looking at you, Angela. What a transformation! To those unaware, she may come across nurturing and sweet, but we know she's got a little acerbity to her too.
Show me some attitude. Oh, God!
You never know which version of Phyllis you'll get, which keeps us on our toes but also thoroughly entertained. Number 3. Morgan Tukers, The Mindy Project. Turning your life around as an ex-convict is one grand feat.
Look, man, my cousin Lou and I used to jack cars. I'm not proud of it, but I cleaned up, got my nursing license, and for the last 7 years, I've been living with grandmother.
Tukers channels his freedom into being a stellar nurse at an NYC office. His methods of finding romance are quirky, to say the least, but he has the biggest heart on the show, and that's something he deserves more credit for.
Number 2 sexiest female organ, the butt. Number 1 sexiest female organ, the brain. The badonkadonk and the bathink-a-think.
While romantic love may not always manifest so easily for him, friendship certainly does. He goes above and beyond for his friends, especially Mindy, and shows he cares in odd but meaningful ways.
If you hurt her, I will end you. Send for my smartphone, which I have. Case, charger, everything.
At the end of the day, he's just trying his best like the rest of us. Number 2, Carl Winslow, Family Matters.
Hey, come on, Richie. I need backup.
Get forward!
Being a police officer requires a level of authority that this Chicago father certainly has when dealing with his family shenanigans. Carl frequently gets mad at the drop of a hat, especially when his eccentric neighbor Steve Urkel is involved.
Your dinner roll looks a lot like Delaware. Now, if you trade your dinner roll with me...
Oh, well, you shut up!
While his fiery rage is ineffective in his personal life, when it's channeled into catching criminals, it makes him one of the best cops on the force. Despite all of his yelling and grievances, it's obvious he cherishes those around him.
Well, that sounds fair.
Deal?
It's a deal.
All right, Dad.
Plus, his dramatic reactions make him the perfect comedic relief, even when the show covers more serious topics.
Well, Harriet, what are those people teaching down at that school? Their own version of the 3 R's? Reading, writing, and racism?
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Jerry Gergich, Parks and Recreation. He's the best straight man character we know.
This is my last week.
Oops, I mean, weep. Weak. Ouch. Jeez.
Through the chaos of it all, Jerry maintains his title as one of the most relatable characters due to his priorities.
Gary is my real name. Yes, after 30 years, my coworkers are finally going to call me by my real name. Oh boy, I'm blessed.
Unlike most of the others on the team, especially Leslie, Jerry puts his personal life above his job. It's even funnier when everyone discovers the rather incredible and extravagant life he has outside his mundane job. He truly is the most mysterious open book we've ever seen. Despite jokes often made at his expense, Jerry never reciprocates, and we just love him for it.
Oh, I think he might be having a heart attack.
What? Are you serious? Oh, so much stuff is happening right now.
Call 911.
Okay.
Just breathe, okay? You're gonna be fine.
After all, he really is winning in the end. As one of the more normal characters on the show, he is the glue that holds the whole team together.
Leslie, you can't actually plan your future. You know, I mean, there's no guarantees in this world. As long as the people I love are a part of my life, I will be just fine.
Which character do you think should get more love from fans? Let's hype them up in the comments below.
Don't nobody know you like you, so I'm choosing to know myself, who I am.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.